Hi, this is Kevin DuJan for Storytime Digital Media, and I'm reporting in Tinley Park, Illinois. If you've been following this on the news and what we've been reporting at Storytime, there is a big controversy over a plot of land that the Village of Tinley Park, there's some shenanigans going on, especially with Village Planning Director Amy Connolly. There's this weird sweetheart deal where the zoning was bypassed and all sorts of crazy stuff was going on, and I wanted to come out and see what land exactly we're talking about. If you can look across the street here, there's this for sale sign, this multi-use lot. One of the interesting facts that have come up is realtors have done some studies on this. There is no contract on this land. There's a thing called the MLS. In the MLS, it has to be listed if there's a contract on this property. Well, lies have been told at various village board meetings, is even by the village manager, claiming that there was a contract on this land already by this Buckeye Hope Foundation, Buckeye Community Hope Foundation, and this guy, David Petroni, claiming that they already have a contract on this, but it's not true. There's no paperwork that's been filed for that. What's interesting about this plot of land is this is where they suddenly want to now put low-income housing projects. But if you look, what's already built here, these are condos that are owned by mainly seniors that are already below value, that are already depressed economically. That, last night at one of the board meetings, a man said that he bought a condo for $140,000. It's now worth just $68,000. He is over $45,000 underwater on that condo. If you build a low-income housing project right here, right next to these, what do you think that's going to do to the property value of that? Now, the reason that that's important, because nobody in Tinley Park is saying that people can't have affordable housing somewhere, but the issue is that there is a glut of rental properties available that would actually be renting lower in monthly rentals than what this Buckeye group is claiming. So there's no need for all of this here. Here at this intersection here on Oak Park Avenue, this is this land that's been sitting here vacant for a long time. They originally had a plan to make this more of a high-end area, to have first floor commercial space, and then on top of that they'd have nice residential property that would generate a lot of tax revenue that would really develop this into something nice. That plan has gone out the window. A zoning change was snuck in improperly. Last night at the board meeting it came out that Amy Connolly was telling lies, claiming that she informed people of what was going on and sent an email to the different board members. The trustees came forward and said that that wasn't true. The IT director did an investigation and determined that she didn't send any email about this. So this is all just absolutely ridiculous. And what it looks like is that this zoning change was slipped in just to let this Buckeye group come in and sneak through this low-income housing project that will not have the first floor commercial space that it was supposed to have to develop this area. If you look around here, there's other plots of land available that they want us to develop into a very nice upscale thing. That's what the plan was for this area. If you look down the street further, there's more condos there. Condos all around here, all around up this other street here, that if it's true that this low-income housing project would be built here against what the village had planned, all of these people that bought these condos in this area expecting this nice development to happen are now going to be royally screwed, because having this low-income housing project there that will not have that first floor commercial that people were counting on, it's going to completely ruin this area here. This is not a smart move. It looks like a sweetheart deal. Lots of questions need to be asked about this Amy Connolly. By the way, at the meeting last night, people asked her over and over again to explain herself, but she has lawyered up. It looks like Kleinthorpe Jenkins law firm, a very disreputable law firm, is involved again. Maybe they told her not to say anything. People even had to ask her, are you mute? Amy, why won't you explain this? Why won't you explain yourself? People noted that to get a fence put up here in your backyard, you have to go through this big process and appear before the board. and explain yourself and have the board decide if they want to let you have a fence on your property. But this outfit from Ohio can come here and can just build whatever they want and get around the zoning thing with some tricks and shenanigans from Amy Connolly and get away with that. That's what people are up in arms about and are incredulous and angry about, that the village has lied to them, that the village has broken the public's trust. They're angry that Kleinthorpe Jenkins, again, is involved somewhere in the local area, giving bad advice to village government, letting this stuff happen, possibly giving advice to Amy Connolly not to say anything or explain herself. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered here. If you get a chance to ever drive by and take a look at this, just look and see and imagine what you think a low-income housing project will do if they plop it down here. And the last thing I want to close on, this is nowhere near a train station. People who are really and truly are in need of low-income housing, that should be right by a train station, right by some way that people who don't have cars can get to work. This low-income housing development is only supposed to have one car space for each unit. That's not enough for a family that would really need to be working there and working all kind of jobs to get to work. It's actually in a food desert as well, because there is no grocery store anywhere here either. There is no way to walk. Sidewalks stop at different places. So this is not a smart place to build housing. If you really need housing for people that truly need that and truly need low-income housing, this is not a good location. There's no transportation. It's a food desert. There's not even a convenience store here. So what exactly is going on? Who's profiting from this? This is just an absolute boondoggle. So stay tuned. We'll keep coverage of this. The Village Planning Commission is now sending it back. There's an investigator being assigned to see what Amy Connolly has been doing and get to the bottom of this. So stay tuned. We'll bring you more from Storytime Digital Media.